Gets a third-place finish here. Ron Hornaday, not the finish that he wanted, comes home in fourth, but still a great performance.
Yeah, 4 top 5s in a row for Hornaday after having trouble in Daytona.
The teammates came out pretty well, 6th and 7th, Crafton and Sauter. Be nice to see what they had to say about each other.
That might be an interesting team meeting come Monday. Celebration continues for Kyle Busch. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Bully Hill Vineyards 200. It is in the books, and all smiles right now on these two teammates, Hermie.
Well, I think I made a little bit late. Did I miss the fight? What happened? Who won?
I got him on the ground. I got him on the ground. I mean, it was a hard race today. I mean, I was so loose, and I got loose. I started to correct him. I went back down to correct. We hit, and we'll just say that. And he got the worst end of the deal, to be honest.
Well, talk about your night, though. I mean, you race hard with your teammate on the racetrack, but you're racing for those positions that Matt to mean something up front.
Yeah, I mean, me and Matt are good friends away from the racetrack and at the racetrack, and we got a good thing going at Thorsport. So we struggled with our curb record safe auto Chevy tonight, and it was a brand new truck, and we just we were loose in practice, and then we got it to where we were tight, and so we freed it back up, and I had an inkling we were going to be loose tonight, but couldn't be more proud of my guys. Pit stops were solid tonight. We just missed the setup somewhere a little bit.
Well, you should be worried about him. You need to be worried about Chris DeVota getting you back for that episode on pre-race. Are you going to be worried about that in the coming weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I was looking forward to maybe getting to Victor Lane tonight, but I knew she was going to be getting me back with some cake. I mean, we just missed a little bit the same. We were really bad in practice, really tight, laying on the splitter, and then we looked at kind of some of the stuff they were doing, and we made it turn, and it turned really good today. We couldn't get the back to catch up with the front, but all in all, not a bad day.
Matt Crafton, the only driver that's been on all 200 broadcasts of the Truck Series here on Speed.
And I'm not sure if they'll let him, or Chris is going to let him back after putting cake in her face. Let's take a look at our unofficial results from this 200th race here on Speed. Kyle Busch goes to victory lane once again.
What an outstanding job by Nelson Piquet Jr. to finish second.
And I love the strategy that Timothy Peters and his crew used to get that third-place finish. Paid off.
Buescher gets a nice top 5 finish. Teammates Matt Crafton, Johnny Sauter, 6th and 7th. Craig Ghost with a top 10.
Yeah, finished ninth.
Yeah, nice recover for the Austin Dillon, too. I mean, he was over on the back straightaway looking at the entire field late in the race.
Brendan Gaughan had a little damage. He finishes in the top 20.
25 trucks finish this race on the lead lap. Justin Marks got the last Aaron's lucky dog to get back on the lead lap.
And Mike Garvey rounds out our field. Celebration continues in victory lane for Kyle Busch, and the guy who was closest to him at the finish, Nelson Piquet Jr. with a career best finish, is with Hermie Sadler.
A lot of people happy around the Nelson Piquet Jr. truck. Solid run, second place finish. Tell us about your night.
That's all we needed. I mean, I don't have much words. I'm a bit too happy to be through, but we had a tough start of the season, and the tracks were difficult in the beginning, but I knew once we came to the quick tracks, we would give some results. So really happy for the whole team for believing in me, and I think this is just the beginning of our season. We're just going to get better and better now, and I'm just too happy to say anything more.
Well, Nelson Piquet Jr., he's been fast all day, solid, especially on those last restarts. He comes home second.
And very emotional, and he should be. What a phenomenal race he ran tonight.
And this is a young man that's raced all over the world. He is, in Formula One, the top racing series in the world, and here he is emotional about finishing in a second place in a truck race.
And here we are on a concrete track tonight, and where are we going next?
Concrete, baby.
We head to Dover, our next stop. Stay with us, more here on Speed. The NASCAR Camping World Truck Series on Speed is brought to you by The Rally, powered by Camping World and Dish Network. The Rally is the largest RV event in America. Visit www.therally.com for more information. By Aaron's, you don't need credit, all you need is Aaron's. And by Ram Trucks, designed, tested, and proven to be the best trucks we've ever built. Ram. Take a look at our Ford point standings. Coming in, it was Johnny Sauter who was up top. And he's still up top. 3 points in front of Timothy Peters. Matt Crafton, his teammate, drops 1 spot.
Hornaday up a spot, only 5 points out of the lead now.
Parker Kligerman in the top 10 in point standings, and he's standing by with Hermie Sadler.
Well, another driver had a solid finish tonight, a top 10, Parker Kligerman. It's always good to get a top 10, especially at a place like Nashville. Tell us how your truck was tonight.
Well, we started 10th, and we were on the outside, and we just got a terrible start. Fell right back, and we were super loose, but we worked on the truck all night. And at one point, we were about 7th place, 7th or 6th, and we had a top 5 truck. It was absolutely awesome, and I think we came in with that 30 to go, put the 4 tires on, we left some lug nuts loose. I don't even think it was a mishap with the pit crew as much as we had a little deal with the clutch letting the car roll a little bit on the jack. Unfortunate, but we fell all the way back, and I told my guys I'm not giving up. I don't ever give up as long as you guys don't give up on me, and we fought all the way back to 10th place, and I think we passed about 5 cars that last restart. So we had a great Penske truck run on Ram today.
And you've got driver Brett Keselowski to talk to when you get out of the truck after the race. What kind of words of encouragement did he have for you?
He helped me throughout the race, honestly. He'd come on the radio, saying, all right, that's the line you need. And throughout the beginning of the race, I was kind of searching around trying to find my groove, and he really fine-tuned me in that point. I can't thank him enough for that. He's a really good coach in that sense. He's a great owner, too. I hate that we didn't get that top 5, but we came here with the intention of just getting our season rolling with some momentum, and we got there right now. So we'll go with this.
That's Parker Kligerman. He got a top 10 tonight.
It's fun to hear a guy like Parker Kligerman saying, Brad Keselowski was giving me advice, and we've seen how Brad Keselowski grew from the Truck Series now to what he's doing today in the Cup and Nationwide Series.
I like he has his own team, too. That's impressive.
Investing back in the sport. We'll be back with more from Nashville after this. Welcome back to Nashville Super Speedway. We want to take a look at our AT&T call of the race. And how about the pit call by the 17 team?
Yeah, we got to give Butch Hilton a tip of the hat there. He was just outside the top 10 and 12th. He does a 2-tire change. You see, he almost beats Kyle out of the pit road, just lost by inches, but he parlayed that pit call into a 3rd-place finish.
And that was the AT&T call of the race. I don't think Kyle Busch is allowed to touch the guitar.
He took it when he got out of the truck. He's given it to someone else ever since. He don't want to take any chance on dropping it or anything.
That's such a great trophy, though.
That's the 3rd guitar for Kyle Busch. He won the nationwide race. That's the one we're talking about where he broke the guitar thinking he would do it in rock and roll fashion. And from that point on, he's held those with kid gloves now when he gets a guitar.
That guitar is one of the most sought-after trophies that you could go for. It's like the grandfather clock from Martinsville. It's a great trophy.
Herbie Sadler.
James Buescher, top 5 finish. Talk about those last restarts. Those things look wild on the racetrack.
Oh, they were. Our Wolfpack Reynolds Chevy wasn't very good earlier today in practice and qualifying. I don't even think we were in the top 15 in practice or qualifying all day long. So to come home with a 5th place finish is pretty exciting for me, and that just shows how much effort everybody's putting into Turner Motorsports. Everybody, worked hard all night, and good pit stops were key. And like you said, those restarts were crazy, and our truck was good on new tires, and we had to pass on the restarts. If we didn't pass on the restarts, we would have stayed back 15th or 20th, and we started that beginning of the race. We'd get 5 spots on a restart, and then just kind of maintain. And then the next time we'd pit, we'd get 5 spots on the restart and just maintain. And we got as high as almost 3rd there, and it looked like a couple of those guys might have been close to wrecking. So if they were to slip up, we were there to get them. But I don't think our truck had enough speed in it to even finish 5th. So to come home 5th is it's pretty awesome. I got to thank Chevy for all the support, and Exide and Wolfpack Reynolds for everything they do for us.
That's James Buescher. He gets a top 5 tonight at Nashville.
Impressive finish for James Buescher, Nelson Piquet Jr., but ultimately it was Kyle Busch who joins Johnny Benson now as the only other driver to be a repeat winner at Nashville Super Speedway. Our next stop for the Camping World Truck Series, Dover International Speedway. That's Friday, May 13th at 8 p.m. Thank you for joining us here for our 200th truck broadcast on Speed.
And thank you for letting me be a part of it, guys. I enjoyed it.
Always a great time when you watch the trucks here on Speed.
In 3 weeks, it's time once again for the Camping World Truck Series to pay a visit to Miles at the Dover International Speedway. Johnny Sauter and Matt Crafton of Thor Sport Racing are starting to take control of the season. Will they be able to control the monster as well? Chris Devoda hosts the setup starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, followed by flag-to-flag coverage. Only on Speed.